Podcast is Dr. Jamil Khan, political analyst and former diplomat Pakistan, live from Karachi. Thank you so much for joining us, sir. Dr. Khan, how do you assess this case and what is your take on the verdict?
Definitely it has really brought more polarization in the political landscape of Pakistan. And particularly while Pakistan is having a crunch of economic issues. So this has added on. Now the position is somehow debated and not accepted by the party which is affected, that is the PMLN and the PDM. Basically, they had a clear-cut demand of a full court hearing, which was not acceded to by the apex court. So that is where their grievance are. And the former judge's comments, which has been given after the judgment, they were very clear that if the full court bench or whatever number of available or number of judges are there in Islamabad, if the bench would have enhanced a larger bench, perhaps the other party that is PMLN and the PDM would not have been in a position to make that much of noise about it. So, so far as the proceeding is concerned, there are the debates by the top lawyers and by the top people, the law-knowing people, and they are giving arguments on both sides. But the Constitution is very clear, 63A, and that says the parliamentary party. And court has relied, whereas the deputy speaker, who had given the ruling and had not counted 10 votes for Pervez Elahi, he had relied on one of the Supreme Court's judgment. And Supreme Court judgment, as the Supreme Court says, that was in a different context, I guess. So therefore, this is now brought more pressure on the judiciary, on the executive, and obviously we don't foresee that it would be taken with rights in a right spirit and with the right spirit by the political parties, and obviously there would be some more frictions.
Right, you're absolutely right. In fact, I was just going to come to that. This is a blow for the ruling coalition who've made their stance very clear on the verdict as well. What do you think this means for the ruling coalition going forward, as they've cast aspersions on the judiciary and have also questioned its impartiality?
That's right. In fact, the judiciary in Pakistan, well, it's not the first time that their judgment has been brought in question, starting from Zulfikar Ali Bhutto. And there are a few more very glaring instances that it was brought in question. It has happened in so many other countries that the judiciary's decision has been brought in question. We can see what happened. We could review what happened in the United States also on this context. But in a country like third world country or the less developed countries, it's slightly there are more. In the context of Imran Khan, yes, Imran Khan, I think it's a blessing in disguise for PTI. That PTI performance for 4 years of their government, whatever weaknesses were there, particularly the economic side, that has been washed away now. And because this current government, the coalition government, the PDM and the PMLN government, they had to take very tough decisions to really bring the economy back, or at least to sustain the economy and to try and do whatever best they could. So they had to really take some tough decisions, like you see the dollar sliding, you see how the price hike is going on. So all these things combined together, it has brought a very tough toll on the PMLN government, and and government for the first time has lost its power, so to say, that even the politically their popularity has started dwindling because of these tough measures which they had to take. They did not have any choice, as a matter of fact. These were the demands of IMF, and they had to really meet to keep the economy of the country going. So I guess the loser in this case is the clear-cut loser in this case seems to be Pakistan Muslim League Noon. For whatever is the decision of the court, that could be debated, but definitely the PMLN seems to be, in this particular case, that even in the forthcoming election, which is possibly going to take place, the way things are developing, in my analysis, it might as well take place in October. So Pakistan Muslim League government had a very good graph before the ousting of Imran Khan government, but after taking over, they are taking the brunt of the whole thing. Yes.
Right. Absolutely. Dr. Jamil Khan, thank you so much for joining us with your analysis of the situation in Pakistan.
My pleasure.